Okay, what I want to show you here today is my pot belly. I've got a 3-drum pot belly and I've got it sitting up on a base. I've got a door here that I can control the airflow through it. And what I've put up in the top of it is a sort of like a plate, and it double burns the wood in the same sort of principle that a combustion stove does. And if you didn't know, with your Canaras and that sort of stuff, once they're going and you close off the vent for the chimney, the heat and the fire has to travel an extra path, and that's why they give off so much heat. And with your normal pot belly, when the fire's going, the heat will go just straight through the chimney. But what I've put at the top of mine here is a plate which is operated by the door or the lid. So what I've done here may not work on all pot bellies, or other pot bellies you might have to modify them in different ways, but this seems to work pretty well with mine. The pros and cons are, well, because I've made the opening a little bit smaller, I do have to make sure my wood's the right size before it goes in, but that's okay, that's easy enough to do. It's a little bit fiddly. It took a bit of mucking around to get it right, and I'm pretty happy with the current setup. But the pros are, the amount of wood that I put in here is way less than I used to. I can get, I don't know if you can see how much wood is down the bottom there, it's not much at all. To get the same heat that it's giving out now, I'd probably have to half fill it with wood. So it's really efficient, because what it does, it helps heat up the cast iron, and once this cast iron's warm, it throws off heaps of heat, and once it's warm you don't need much wood to keep the heat maintained. And by restricting or changing the direction of the flames are coming past the cast iron instead of going straight out the chimney. Now if you're one of these guys that just wants your chimney, your pot belly to glow red hot and you've got heaps of wood, you know, this might not do it, because it is sort of making the flames a little bit more difficult to get out. But I'm happy with it, the way it works. And how it actually works is, well, when I made it, if you can sort of see at the back there, there's a bit of a gap around here, so it can't be a perfect air seal, or else it's just not going to work. You're going to choke your fire. But I had a bit of plate. I cut the plate not quite in half, probably, and not quite in 2/3, but I made a split sort of in line with the chimney here, and half of the circle goes there, and the other half forms the flap that comes to the front. When I open the lid, the flap drops, but you can sort of just see it here. I've fashioned a bit of small diameter Rio to act as a sort of catch, so when the door closes it picks up the flap, and it's hard for me to show it, but yeah, as the door closes it picks up the flap, and the flap becomes fully closed. I can't fully close it with the rod here, but when the lid comes over it'll fully close the flap, and there's a gap around the side here, and I estimated the gap around the outside, the combined gap is probably the same diameter as the chimney, so I'm not actually choking the fire at all. It's just that for the flames to get to the chimney they have to go around the outside of the cast iron, heat up more of the pot belly, and therefore the heat that is being provided by the flame is just a lot more efficient. So if you want your pot belly to work more efficiently, use less wood, and it actually heats up a lot quicker too. If you want those things, maybe have a bit of a play around at making one of these. I'll try and hold the camera and close it. It is a little bit tricky. Here we go. Sorry for the shake. Oh, I'm just gonna grab the handle of the. And you can see that there, it's just picking up this frame here. And as I close the lid, it comes with it, and you can sort of see the lid sort of lifting up. There you go. Closed. So now the flame, instead of just going straight up to the chimney, it's coming up and it's got to go around here and then across the top and then through the chimney. And I'll just open the door, you see if you can see it flop there. There it goes down. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this helps someone.